As I'm sure all of you are aware by now, there was an attempt made on Donald Trump's life over the weekend. And we're not going to be getting into all of the facts about that and giving our political takes, but we're going to talk about some of the celebrity reactions to this incident. Because first of all, we saw Tenacious D saying, "Don't miss Trump next time." Josh Lacash on Twitter posted the video saying these people are sick and want you dead. And it makes it much worse knowing that a Trump supporter was murdered that day. Obviously, we're happy that Trump survived, but it's nothing to wish violence upon people in the crowd.
No.
To these people. Like, let's just take a look at that video first.
Don't miss Trump next time.
Like, I'm sure everyone in the crowd had just found out about the news. And he maybe heard it in his earpiece and decided that then was the time to incite violence against the former president.
Yeah.
And then I also saw Amanda Seales, an actress, sharing her theory that Trump's assassination attempt was completely staged. And I saw a lot of people saying this, actually. It was the biggest cope ever. They were thinking that it was like squid, like blood squibs on his head, and that the popping sounds were like, what, BB guns or something? Firecrackers. They said it was blood pellets and popcorn gunshots. And this woman actually posted this. Do you have the video from Dom Lucra?
I have. I mean, it's right here in the article from Daily Mail.
Show us the video of her take.
That shit was more staged than a Tyler Perry production of Medea Runs for President. I lived in Harlem long enough to know that gunshots do not sound like making popcorn on the stove.
Yeah, because how it sounds on your TV or your phone is exactly how it sounds in real life.
Theater, in movies, they have what's called blood pellets. They even, a lot of people use them in Halloween. It's basically like a pellet of fake blood that's in your mouth, and when you crush it, the blood comes out.
Oh, she's giving her Hollywood film set expertise.
Small Hands Trump would not respond by raising his fist in the air triumphantly were an actual attempt made on his life. This was, I believe, done to try to show his strength counter to Biden's fragility.
What an idiot.
But Blue Anon has reached new levels.
It is actually Blue Anon. These levels of cognitive dissonance.
I have no problem with a good old-fashioned conspiracy theory. I just think you should apply it both ways.
It's like, if the whole thing was staged, why was someone else murdered and another person injured and in critical condition?
And she did not pay attention.
And who was the guy on the roof?
And she likely did not have that information at the time, or she's just evil.
No, she's just flapping her jaw with no information and trying to make it seem like she's an expert because she's done like scenes on Hollywood sets where they use blood pellets.
I did see somebody counter the argument and said, no, Donald Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer. What he would have done is blade, meaning he takes a razor blade and cuts himself while he's on the ground and then comes to face the hard cam, which is what they always talk about. Like in pro wrestling.
That can scar you though.
And yeah.
That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of dedication.
Stone Cold Steve Austin did at WrestleMania 13 when he was in the sharpshooter
these scars
with Bret Hart, and then the blood comes down his face, right?
And I'm currently waiting for Kathy Griffin's apology. I'm waiting for her Notes app apology post any minute now, I'm sure, because Kathy Griffin, after that photo shoot with the fake decapitated Trump head, is just one of many celebrities who have openly wished violence upon Trump over the years. And you sent me this article 16 times Hollywood celebrities fantasized about violence against Trump and compared him to Hitler.
Look, if with all of the people saying that it's fake, look, I'm having unreliable information that saying stuff like that can get you sued for like $1.5 billion now.
Oh, interesting how the standard does not apply when it's the other way around.
It's like he said in Trump Baby, two-tier justice system.
It's almost like the left are hypocritical. But yeah, this noted Snoop Dogg, who is now a Trump supporter, right?
Yeah.
He fake shot Trump in the head in one of his music videos
This was a
back
list,
in 2017.
This was a list that Breitbart compiled of 16 celebrities that had at one point or another, maybe not recently, fantasized about doing violence to him. Not to mention all of the times the words existential threat and threat to democracy have been used over the last 8 years.
And they use these trigger phrases, don't
Kathy
they? And then
Griffin.
obviously Kathy Griffin, the most notorious of the bunch. Robert De Niro, who has Trump derangement syndrome to the max, saying he would like to punch Trump in the face. Madonna saying, I've thought a lot about blowing up the White House.
Look, here's the thing.
But they're on the hunt for January 6ers.
We're on air every day here, and I'm always very, very reticent to say stuff. Right? You know, like
Yeah.
I don't want anything to be
We
misconstrued.
gotta watch our mouths.
It's crazy that you think you can just say that and not think that the Secret Service is going to end up at your door.
It looks like she said this at the Women's March because she's wearing a pussy hat.
That
but she
makes
said
sense.
this right into the mic at one of these events. And no, the FBI did not investigate Madonna for saying this. Bette Midler openly wished for someone to shiv or stab Trump. She also fantasized about Trump getting kicked in the nuts and being physically pummeled in front of the entire country.
It's really weird how so many celebrities, like politically active celebrities, have like really, really violent fantasies that they love to tell their audience about.
It's the theater kid complex where they're finally in power and they're not screaming from the inside of a locker anymore. So this is what they use their platform to propagate. Barbara Streisand shared an image showing Nancy Pelosi impaling Trump with the heel of a Louboutin stiletto.
Well, if anybody can afford the Louboutins, it's Nancy Pelosi.
Johnny Depp, in fact, said, when was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
Get it?
So I'm guessing he was considering that option. And Deborah Messing shared her wish that Trump becomes a rape victim. Okay, that's
See, I
tasteful.
always thought that Deborah Messing kind of felt like she got shortchanged. Like Alyssa Milano got crazy, washed up, has-been actress Trump hater award, and Deborah Messing was kind of always jealous. Maybe it was the redhead in her.
Yes, it's annoying to hate on Trump in Hollywood, but it's even more annoying if you're washed up and don't have the talent to back it up. If Robert De Niro is saying it, I'll look past it. I'll still watch things that he's in. Jim Carrey also drew Donald Trump burning at the stake. He's known for posting his art online these days because he's semi-retired. And it's not good, folks. George Lopez also shared an illustration holding up of El Chapo holding up a decapitated Trump as
And
well.
then the list goes on.
The list just goes
Rosie
on and
O'Donnell,
on and
Paul
on.
Schrader,
Jane
Carol Cook.
Fonda.
There's all sorts of them.
And it just keeps going and going. And yet they will take no accountability for their quote unquote dangerous rhetoric. They'll say that Trump screaming fight, fight, fight after getting shot is the dangerous rhetoric.
I knew as soon as you said that that's how that was going to be spun.
Of course it was going to be twisted. But on the other hand, there were some celebrities that voiced their support for Trump after the news came out. Kid Rock posted this video.
Go to war with
He's wearing this hat that says White Boy of the Year.
Go to war with the army you have, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
You fuck with Trump, you fuck with me.
Okay.
Wow, at the start of that video, it wasn't just a millennial pause.
That was like a boomer pause.
There was a full century passing before.
What it was is like the red light's on. Is it recording? It's recording, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 50 Cent posted, he put up an image of Trump on his album cover behind him on stage after the assassination attempt. There it is. We're using this for one of our thumbnails.
Okay.
He's kind of doing it half-assed.
That's okay.
But that's okay. It's 50 Cent. He's
Jason Aldean got involved as well.
try that in a small town.
They
why
did,
don't you?
technically. That's the
They
problem.
tried it in a small town. It worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, he dedicated his performance of Small Town to Trump after the attempt. And finally, ending it on a high note, Donald Trump gave a comment to the New York Post about the images, the absolutely iconic images that came out afterwards, where he has the blood streaming down his face and he's pumping his fist in the air and the American flag just billowing in the background. You can't make this up. He said, people are right to call this photo of him after being shot iconic. A lot of people say it's the most iconic photo they've ever seen. They're right, and I didn't die. Usually you have to die to have an iconic picture.
I knew you'd love that.
I love him.
I knew
I love
you'd love
him
that.
to death. I really do. My entire heart belongs to this man.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.